symbol, crossing down, crossing down, crossing down. Their whole life is about going deep, deep. You're going to find God in the ravines. You're going to find God in the ditches. You're going to find God in every place that you would not want to go or think you should be. I think Jesus, somebody commented to him, why was he sitting with the prostitutes and the lepers and everything? You're going to go down here. You are not going to stay up here. You're going to go. So, to reconcile these two numbers, all this 5's got to do is go this much. Just this little bit. Then open himself or herself for whatever it's going to be. What? Paula, could you possibly be saying that in my lifetime I could be an escort? I might be saying that. If it's on your path, you mean to tell me that I might be a priest? You might be. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. But you can't comment upon it. You can't say what it will be and what it will not be and what's right and what's wrong and what's good and what's bad and what's... You can do all those things with that morality. Okay, let's see what else. You're always on guard, red alert, as if you've got to hold up the entire world. You are really quite gentle and demure, but who would know it by the way you're acting? If you're on guard, there's nothing soft about you. Nothing. If you're on guard. If you're not on guard, you are very gentle. Gentle, open, accepting. And I think these are the words that would define that's enlightenment. It's also anger. And this is 15. How in the world would the devil be in the middle of love? Can you explain that? It's the earth experience. That's how. There you got that 20 again. You got 34. And you got a 54. Which is going to give you that hermit. Remember? The hermit. Deep. Deep. Slow to talk. Slower to action. Slowest to reaction. Not to react to what people say or do. So we got that child, you got that three, part self going on in the word love. That's all it's about. Oh, and the god Ronar, again. Ronar. Honor. See? You don't know what honor is because you have an idea about it. Not only do you have an idea about it, but you want somebody else to recognize it, pat you on the back, and tell you are full of it. You are full of honor. You are full of integrity. You are full of meekness. You are full of kindness. And I say take all of those things and carry them on back with your mealy-mouthed self. I have no need of those. Because if you can give them to me, they're not real. All right. Let's see what else, Mitzi, we're talking about. Yeah, okay, we finished that. Now, let's go on to the next thing on the agenda. And what will that be? I think I shall. Haven't done this in a while. Let's see how we're going to put all this together. All right, we're going to bring out the Osho cards. You know, this was a man that lived years ago. He died when he was 55. He was called Bhagwan Rajneesh. But even he, enlightened if he was or was not, was fearful of getting AIDS. Now, you can't be too enlightened and be fearful of getting AIDS. Or so I surmise. You're going to get what you get. Justice belongs to the Lord, not to us. All right, what are we going to do? We're going to shuffle these cards. We're going to separate them and count aloud to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm changing directions. Anytime you see the number 10, you're changing directions, whether you're aware of it or not. All right, 3 piles. Put them back together. What do we have on the bottom? Exhaustion. How about that? Exhaustion is underneath the human being. Mitzi, would you agree? She's shaking her head, yes. She is shaking her head. She's the one with the 9,005s, so she is exhaustion. Is underneath the human. Remember that? The God-man? The human being. Okay. Exhaustion's underneath it. All right, let's see what we're going to pull on it. All right. Let's see. Let's see what we're going to add to this hour. Let's see. There's 108 cards in this deck. Discard. Patience. What did I start this show with? Patience. Patience, patience, patience. And on this particular card, it happens to be with this one. I told you I haven't done these in a long, long time. So they're pretty too. I love it. 7. Patience. I think the new generation, I hear them saying this all the time, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. How relevant. Have you got something you're waiting for? Are you trying to push it into manifestation? Now, if you tried to push a butterfly out of his cocoon before he was ready to be a butterfly, he would, of course, probably die. But if he didn't die, he would be deformed. So all those plans you're trying to make happen before it's time, they're deforming. You're deforming them. Deforming. That goes back to those 3 Ds, huh? So I might add that. I might add that too, if I can find it. Let me see. What do we think? We're going to miss out on the red alert. Okay. We think we're missing out. We want justice. Wherever the 3 Ds were, wherever they were, just add deform to it. Wait for it. Wait for it. If you were pregnant and you said, I can't wait 9 months, I can't wait 9 months. Hurry up, let's take it out at 4 months. Because I want it. I want it right now. I can't wait to see. I want to see what it looks like. I want what would you get? Wait for it. Slow down. Slow down. All things are all right. All things, no matter if they look that way or not. Have the human experience. Is that the rodeo? I'm trying to remember. Have the human experience. Slow down. Go at the pace that's happening. Get in tune with that. Get in with that tune. God's number. If you don't, the tower is going to shake you from your position. When you get so entrenched in and you say, this is the way it's going to be, it cannot be any other way, and that's how it's going to be, this is going to shake you from your position. Okay, 7. Let's see if we can find number 7 in these cards. Let me see. What are we? Wonder if that's 7. Is it? Nope, it ain't that one. So we're going to find, wonder what that is. 7. It's called patience. There it is. The 7 of Pentacles. Well, I will be a monkey's uncle on a Saturday. And a monkey's aunt on a Sunday. And a monkey's child on a Monday. This is the 7 of Pentacles, Mitzi. You know what the 7 of Pentacles is. You know what it is. God's number. Patience. Wait for it. Experience. The waiting period. Don't try to push it away for something to be at the end of it. Experience this wait. Feel it. I often said I've got 6 children, and I've always said that I enjoyed being pregnant, and I would have continued to be pregnant forever. Of course, I wouldn't have ever had but one child. I loved being pregnant. I loved it. And it's that, not the waiting and the anticipation. I love the experience of being pregnant. I love the big belly. I love everything about it. Experience the waiting period without thinking there's going to be something at the end. Let's pretend like there ain't nothing at the end. Let's just say this is the experience. If you can do that in this innocence, this is the sun, the solar. We're solar beings generated by the sun. The sun shines on the just and the unjust. It does not say he murdered somebody, so I'm not going to shine on you or him. It shines on the just and the unjust alike. We cannot determine justice. But if you can, wait. Experience the wait in innocence. You're learning how to die. with full measure, full and glorious measure. And you will not be afraid of death, nor will you want to postpone it, nor will you want to draw it to you. You will have and receive the glorious life encased in death. I mean, that's what we got. So what did it make up? We got a 5 and a 12. Of course. How could it be anything else? I just wrote it. We have to transform. We have to transform. We have to transform. If you don't believe it, look inside your toilet bowl. Every day you go, you're transforming. Okay, what page was that? That was 150. Let's see what Osho is going to say about patience. Okay, there are times when the only thing to do is to wait. The seed has been planted. I don't, this is a very emotional thing because every living human being, dead and alive, but every living human being is a seed. A seed. That little teeny tiny baby is a seed, and in that little teeny tiny baby is that 90-year-old man. It's here. The seed has been planted. The child is growing in the womb. The oyster is coating the grain of sand and making it into a pearl. This card reminds us that now is a time when all that is required is to be simply alert, patient, waiting. The woman pictured here is in just such an attitude, contented with no trace of anxiety. She is simply waiting. Through all of the phases of the moon passing overhead, she remains patient, so in tune with the rhythms of the moon that she has almost become one with it. She knows it is a time to be passive, letting nature take its course. But she is neither sleepy nor indifferent. She knows it is time to be ready for something monumentous. It is a time full of mystery, like the hours just before the dawn. It is a time